Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Do you like French country? Well, this is the video for you. Let's get into it. Project number 1. I got this bird cage from a local pharmacy, believe it or not. I got it, years ago, actually. And then I got these birds from Michael's. And then I have this terracotta paint in earthy rose. And then the white wax from Folk Art. And of course, some floral foam. So I painted the birds with the earthy rose, and I am going to add some white wax, but I'm letting the paint dry first. So I cut up the floral foam that I had into two pieces, and I'm going to glue one standing upright and then one laying kind of horizontally. I hope that makes sense. I just want one of them to be higher than the other. So once those are all in place, I am just going through some of my greenery. This ivy I got from TEMU. It comes in like a 25 pack or 50 pack. There's a lot. So I just kind of wound it up so that it will fit inside the bird cage. And then I'm going to use these white flowers. I have no idea what they are. I believe I got them from TEMU as well, but it could also be Michael's. But anyways, so you can see the pink over there. I didn't end up using that. So now that the floral is wound the way I want it, I'm going to take some of this green moss. I don't know what kind it is. Reindeer, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, and some hot glue, and I'm going to glue the moss to the outside parts of the floral foam because I don't want anybody to be able to see them when they're looking into the bird cage. I hope that makes sense. And then once I get all of the foam covered, I'm going to cover just the bottom part of the bird cage, just so that it's all kind of cohesive in there. And now, once I clean up that big old mess, this is where I am taking the white wax. And I just go over the entire bird and make sure that I get inside all of those little nooks and crannies, because I really want the detail of the birds to kind of shine through. So I just brush it on, and then I'm going to take that paper towel right there and wipe off the majority of the white wax from the high points of the bird. So like any of the little nooks and crannies, the white wax is going to stay there. And then it does lighten the color a little bit, which is why I didn't go with a lighter color for the birds. So I'm doing that with both birds. And then I'm going to take some hot glue, and I am going to just glue the birds to the top part of the floral foam. Now, I did take my finger, and I didn't show this, and I apologize, and I just dipped it in the paint a little tiny bit and just kind of darkened up just the wings of the birds, and they were perfect after that, at least in my eyes, they were perfect. So now I have this, I don't even know what these are called. They were from the Dollar Tree. They're really, really pretty. So I'm just going to cut off a few pieces from this pick and just kind of add it wherever I feel it needs it. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. But now I have these little mini peonies, and I just take the heads off, and I'm just going to glue a few of them in just, I don't know, just sporadically, mostly right around the birds, because these peonies are so beautiful, and they too came from TEMU. And that's it for this one. I think it came out so beautiful. I absolutely love this. And that bird cage, like, it was on clearance. I think I bought 6 of them at the time, like 5 or 6 of them. I bought them out anyway. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, project number 2. This one is so simple, guys, really. I took this vase from the Dollar Tree and then a bunch of florals that I had in my stash from like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and TEMU and Dollar Tree and wherever else I got them. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this jute twine from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to wrap it around a couple of times. I was kind of like, I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this. I know I wanted to use the jute as well as this beautiful lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So I did wrap the jute around and then I ended up untying it because I figured it needed to go kind of over the lace. But I just ended up layering it and just tied a knot. And then I made all of the tails even. And I did tack the jute to the lace so that, you know, they weren't like all crazy. So that's all I did with this. And then once I got the bow in place the way that I wanted it, I just started adding the florals. So I have this greenery. I believe I got it from TEMU, but it also may have come from Michael's. So I'm sorry. Like I said, I just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I had in my stash. You know, just bits and pieces of things that I had. So I have these peonies. Those definitely came from Michael's. They came in like a bouquet, and I've just been using bits and pieces. Those peonies that I'm putting in right now, the smaller ones, those are from TEMU. And they are gorgeous, guys. I'm telling you. Like, I don't order much from TEMU, and I know how some people feel about TEMU and where it comes from and all of that. But if you're looking for some really nice peonies for inexpensive, I'm telling you, that's the place to go. So these right here, those are from the Dollar Tree, and they're beautiful. They really, really are. And I know the eucalyptus came from TEMU, and the other pieces, those right there, those came from Michael's. They're like, I don't know if they're like baby's breath or something like that, but they're like a purple. So anyway, so yeah, I'm just kind of putting this bouquet together until, as Krafty Leeny says, until my eyes smile. So I love her. I'm going to link her channel. Yeah, just because I mentioned her, I'll link her channel. But she's amazing and the sweetest lady, one of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet. So anyway, here is the eucalyptus, and I think I only put like 5 or 6 like sprigs, branches, I don't know what you want to call them, but right in here. And so this right here that I am gluing, it's because the peony was like opening up so much that it just, I don't know, it looked flat. And I wanted it to just kind of stay together and actually look like the beautiful flower that it is. So I just tacked it in a few places to keep it kind of tightly together. And it made all the difference in the world. And then after I add everything, just do that last little fluff, and here it is. I am so in love with this bouquet. It's so incredibly simple. Like, you don't have to be a florist or anything like that, because trust me, I am far from that. Usually not very good at florals, but this I'm in love with. Let me know what you guys think. Project number 3. Okay, so I have these blanks, these wood blanks from Michael's. I think they're 8x8. Now, disregard this. I didn't end up using them, but those are the bamboo sticks that I got from Amazon like years ago. And then this is the IOD seed pack, I believe it's called, rub-on transfers. So I will be using those later. And then I'm going to use just the plaster chalk paint. I don't end up using the antique wax because I don't use those bamboo sticks. So while the paint is drying, I am just going to go through this transfer pack, and I'm going to pick out some of the transfers that I want to use for this project. And so I use only one of the ones on the left there. I only end up using one of them, and then I use a bunch of smaller pieces. So I'm not going to make you watch me thumb through this this book and cut out all of the pieces that I'm going to be using. So yeah, you saw that one. I was planning on using another one from that page, but I decided against it. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to make you, it's going to change. I promise you any second now. So once I get the pieces cut out the way I want them, I start laying them out on the blank. And then you'll see up at the top, I also have the like French script and just the French transfers from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to kind of piece those into place once I get the IOD transfers down. So that's all I'm doing right now. I'm taking the stick that comes with the transfer book, and I am just, here I am changing my mind again. But I do settle down, guys, and just get these transfers all down onto the blanks so that I can move on to the next step. And now that I have those in place, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to just start piecing these Dollar Tree transfers into place, just kind of sporadically around. I love how these came out. Let me just say that. Trying to decide if I should put some sort of border around. So maybe you guys in the comments, let me know if you think I should add some type of border or just leave them as is. I did this. I added the transfers. And well, I'm not going to tell you. I'll let you watch. Why would I tell you? Then you won't watch. So, but anyways, I at the end, I will ask your advice. So, now these Dollar Tree transfers are really good. Like they really are. For $1.25, they're really good. In fact, these I probably got when they were $1. So they're not as good as IOD. And if you break down the pricing for the IOD versus Dollar Tree, you're really not saving all that much because it's a little costly for the IODs when you buy a pack, but you can do so many projects with them. So that's my 2 cents. It's not sponsored. I don't sell them. I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's just my own opinion. So anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to keep adding and building up on these two beautiful little signs. So once I get all of the transfers on, I'm taking this shale green terracotta paint from Folk Art. You guys know how much I love this terracotta paint. And so at first, I was just going to go around the edges just to kind of bring the green out in the transfers. And then, well, I kind of changed my mind. And I ended up going over both pieces. And you can see like the brush strokes, which I think just make it look very like textured, and I don't know. I love it. I love how it came out. You'll see right here. I love it. So anyway, I just flipped them over. I took some of that jute twine. I tied it in a knot on both ends and just hot glued it to the back. I didn't want it showing, so I just made it tight enough so that when it's hanging, you don't see the twine. And that's it for these. Look how gorgeous they are. Oh, look at that one. I have like the little stamp on the corner, almost looks like a male. I love these so, so much. But let me know, do you guys think I should put some kind of a border like the bamboo sticks, or I don't know, something else? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Okay, project number 4. I have this wood round I got from Target a long time ago for, I believe it was $5. I believe it was. So I have my Waverly plaster and then these beautiful Folk Art rub-on transfers that I actually got from Plaid. They were sent to me a long time ago. And so I painted the inside with the plaster, and then I took that Pueblo color terracotta paint from Folk Art, and I did just like I wanted it to bleed onto the plaster a little bit, and then I did just the perimeter of the round. I did not do the back, but I did the sides, if that makes sense. So now I have this beautiful floral transfer, and I'm just going to add that to the center, and I'm just going to rub, and if you haven't done rub-on transfers before, they're so simple. And if for some reason when you're pulling it up, some of the transfer comes up with it, just lay it back down, rub it some more, and it will transfer. And they're absolutely gorgeous. So, that rub-on transfer, see right there, I'm putting it back down because a piece of my leaf came off, but I fixed it. So those rub-on transfers from Folk Art, you can get those on Amazon, and they're just as good as IOD. And they came in a set of 3. I already used one of them, so now I'm going to use these 2, but I'm going to end up cutting this one apart because obviously it's not going to fit where I need it to. So I am taking the wording and I am going to add that to the top of the floral, as you will see right here momentarily. Here we go. And it fits like perfectly. So I just laid that down and I am going to rub that on. And then I took this piece with some of the swirls and it says Paris, and I just like rubbed, like I pressed down to make the indent where I would need to cut it so that it would sit inside perfectly. So I did have to cut some of the swirl off, but it works. It just works. So yeah, so now I'm just going to lay it back in there and again rub until it comes off. Now, I don't always show you guys, but I do, for the most part, seal everything I do, either with Mod Podge or that polycrylic. I prefer the polycrylic, but it's in the basement still in a tote. I haven't brought it up yet. I know. But anyway, so, and then I just took some half beads that I had, the smallest ones that I had, and I glued them to the outside of this picture. I was going to use it as a tray, but I couldn't find my handles. They're in one of these totes somewhere. Couldn't find them. So now it's a wall hanging. But anyway, here it is. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content and they'll push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you in the next one.